What's going on, everyone? So, game 3 is here. Game 1 in Minnesota. And I think you're in another must-win game, right? Lakers, obviously, they have to win one of these because you can't go down 3 games to 1, not against Minnesota, right? So you have to bare minimum split one of the home games. I think game 3 is a must-win because I think if you win this game, I think Minnesota just collapses. I think they just crumble, right? As much as I love Anthony Edwards, there's a lot of conversation about him showing up in big games when he matters most, right? And 2, right now, the only way Minnesota has been able to beat the Lakers is shooting 21 of 42 from three-point range. So essentially, you had to shoot the lights out to beat us, right? A high school team shoots that well, they're beating us, right? Like that is the one kind of thing right now that you can point to in Minnesota, and you're hearing Minnesota fans try to justify game 1 or game 2, right? My favorite thing is that refs really bailed out the Lakers, but Lakers had more fouls called against them and Minnesota took more free throws. Interesting. Funny how people just make stuff up, right? But I digress. If the Lakers manage to win game 3, then now it's like, okay, we played the worst offensive game that we could possibly play in game 2, right? You guys were as physical as you could possibly be without basically everyone getting ejected and we getting a malice in the palace, and we beat you, right? Now you go into Minnesota and it's like, well, we beat you. So now the only way you can beat us is if you shoot the lights out. I want to see the Lakers snatch their soul, right? I want to see the Lakers just take out all of their spirit in game 3. Handle business, get that done, and now put all the pressure on Minnesota. What happens when Minnesota gets that pressure? Right? You look at last year, the first 2 rounds, they didn't really have that pressure. Right? They won the first 2 games, right, against Denver, in Denver, and then they botched the home games. Right? But then, they managed to win it. I mean, I guess you could argue game 7, they were down 20, so maybe that's not the most accurate statement, but point is you saw Dallas really put pressure on it, and they crumbled, right? They lost. Luka shredded them. So, to me, you go into this game 3, and you win this, now they're starting to feel the heat. Now all of Minnesota's fans are like, oh, no, we can't beat the Lakers. The Lakers are just a better team, blah, 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 and all that doubt that you hear from fans. I mean, all fans do it, right? But now all of that conversation's there. Now Minnesota starts thinking about it. Now, if you lose game 4, it's over. You're down 3 games to 1, right? You have to play 2 games in LA. You're not winning 3 straight against the Lakers, including 2 of them at home. You're not with Luka and LeBron on this team, right? So now all of the pressure is on Minnesota, where if the Lakers lose game 2, the Minnesota Timberwolves are still playing with house money, right? Minnesota Timberwolves, they're feeling their confidence is at an all-time high. Now they've proven, hey, it didn't just take us 20. I mean, unless they shoot the lights out again, but chances are, realistically, if they beat us again, it's going to be a hard-fought win, and they just beat us, right? Well, now it's like, okay, well, you guys, we didn't have to shoot the lights out to beat you. We didn't need to knock down 21 threes to beat you. So now we've proven we can beat you, and we're up 2-1 in the series. And now if we win, the series is probably over, and you guys are probably, it just, you change the narrative. Like now everything becomes a lot more favorable for Minnesota. But if you win that game 3, now all of a sudden you're in the driver's seat, right? So how do we win game 3, right? 1, hit shots, right? That's probably the biggest thing. Lakers have just not been great offensively the first 2 games. Have failed to score over 100 both games, right? But beyond that, you got to maintain that level of intensity. I know there were kind of tired legs. I'm glad that we have 3 days in between the next game, but that ends after that, right? All of a sudden, now it's 2 games. Now, I do think the more physical the more physical Minnesota is allowed to be, I think the more it favors Minnesota. But I do think that this is a good opportunity for the Lakers to win because they kind of get the rest in between. So guys will be kind of back recharged and fresh. Right? Now you beat them. Now you've proven you can beat them 2 times in a row. And now you're a one win in Minnesota away from essentially icing the series for you. But you got to bring that effort and intensity. You could, like, I know it's exhausting. I know it's tiresome. I know it really kind of wears you down, right? Because Lakers have to work twice as hard on the defensive side because they're overcompensating for so many things, lack of interior size, right? Lack of athleticism. Right? You look at Minnesota, they're just a very athletic team, right? But a lot of things that will help that and kind of offset that is hitting shots, right? Like, Lakers start knocking down three ball, they don't have to work as hard offensively. So now they have more energy on the defensive side of things, right? So now they're not, like, now they don't get to the end of the game, and because they work twice as hard offensively, they're just gassed and beat, right? Like, that's a concern for this matchup, right? Can they hit shots, and can they overcome that physicality for 3 more games? Right? I trust the Lakers to do it. They know what they have to do. They know what they have to bring in order to do it. And you need to continue to set the tone and set the standard in that way. LeBron needs to continue to be the anchor on the defensive side. Needs to continue to call those things out, right? Luka needs to continue to be aggressive. Austin Reeves needs to continue to be aggressive, right? He was much more aggressive in that second half. When he's aggressive, this is a very different team. It is so much harder to defend this team, right? He's also a better playmaker when he's more aggressive because he's just kind of taking what the defense gives him, much more relentless. We need guys to be aggressive on the offensive side. Don't bail out the defense. Don't let Minnesota be able to just, they're just going to isolate all game. Right? You saw game 1, they had 15 assists. Not winning very many games with 15 assists. Right? You saw 23 assists in this game, and that was with the Lakers shooting poorly. Otherwise, you might get 30 assists. You get something like that this game, you keep them on their toes. Be aggressive. Match their intensity. They should not be able to out-effort you. You have too many holes. You can't have lack of interior size, lack of athleticism, and then also, not bring effort, energy, and knock down shots, right? Like, eventually it's going to catch up to you. So Lakers have to start figuring some stuff out here, start knocking down some shots, start being aggressive. Look, again, if Lakers lose this game, it's not the end of the world. It's not like, that's it, Lakers lost the series. It does put a tough, it puts them in a tough situation. Right now, all the pressure's on them and whatnot. But again, you got Luka and LeBron. I'm not really worried about it. But still, I think if you win this game, I think the Lakers all but are guaranteed to win the series. Again, never say never. Strange things happen, but I think if they win game 3, I think Minnesota just crumbles and collapses. But those are my thoughts and opinions. And as always, I pass a question on to you. Let me know yours down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel with the thoughts? Do you agree with me? Disagree with me? Kind of mixed in the middle? How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are. Either way, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.